Hello! How are you guys doing today? I'm having a pretty good day. It's been kind of busy, but it's been really awesome too. Right now I have a couple hours to myself. My hair is just all over the place. I have a couple of hours to myself. So I'm not going to be on here for too long because I want to get some work done while I have the chance. Real quick, I'm going to share this video and then we're going to get started. I just cannot believe all the stuff that's been happening. I'm just super excited. Still super nervous. I got all of the emotions going on, but it's all good. And even the bad stuff's good because that is where I get all of my growth. And that's been a huge mindset change for me. Almost done here. It's been a huge mindset change for me to view all these obstacles and, anything that's difficult or things that happen, to really seeing them as a way for me to grow, that it's happening for me, that it's not a punishment. It's like the study guide, you know what I mean? So really exciting. Okay, so I got all of my stuff shared and I want to tell you guys about what I did today. I cannot even believe that I've done it. Oh my God, I should have checked my makeup and stuff before I got on here, but oh well. This is me. Take it or leave it. This is how I might look if you stopped over here on a Sunday afternoon. Okay, so today I was interviewed on a podcast. I am going to be on my very first podcast, and it was really fun, and I'm really excited. And, so a podcast is something that I've kind of toyed with a little bit and kind of keep putting off. So it was just really exciting to just get a chance to kind of be on one and see how it works and, ask some of the questions that I've been wondering about. And then just another way to get out there. And I'm even more excited about which podcast I am being featured on. So the podcast name is Moms, Minivans, and Mayhem, which is like my life. And I listened to it and I fell in love with it, the very first one I listened to. So I really encourage you to check it out, especially if you're a mom. It's all real life moms with real life situations, kind of laughing and joking about all of things motherhood. Because, let's face it, it's hard. It's a hard job. We don't have a manual, and we're all just kind of bumbling through and figuring it out as we go. And it's just really exciting to be able to do that together. And I am just, super excited. So I've got people signing up for the webinar. All of the things that I feared coming into it is just letting me know how wasteful that energy was. So I spent lots of time being like, this webinar, I said I was going to do it. I don't know how to do it. How am I going to do it? What program am I going to use? How am I going to make the slides? How is it all going to work? I don't know this and I don't know that. Lots of mental drama about it. What if nobody shows up? So once I actually scheduled the date, so I scheduled it about 2 weeks out from I was like, okay, I got to schedule this. Let's do 2 weeks from now. It's pretty much how much time I gave myself. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I was so tired. I don't think I gave a very good explanation. So the minute I scheduled it, almost all of my fear and anxiety went away because I had no time for it. I had to schedule everything out. I figured, okay, I need to do, actually, I'm trying to think of when. Well, yeah, it was about 2 weeks. So then like a day or two later, then I scheduled everything out on the calendar and I was like, I have got to figure this out. I have to get this. on this day and this day and this day, and as long as everything goes like I have it planned, everything will get done in time. And it is working. Now, what else is working is because I have such little time, I don't have time to procrastinate the tasks, and I don't have time to be fearful or worried or anxious about my ability to figure things out or my ability to do the tasks. So it's very important to just stay very mindful and focused on what you have to do, because if I was spending a lot of time being in fear, like, oh, I'll never figure this out, oh, who's going to show up? And then I wouldn't have time to get all of my work done on it. So for me, this has just been a very good lesson, and giving myself like just a very short window puts me in crunch time the whole time, which keeps me very focused. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to do that all the time, like schedule something with very little time to get it done. But for me, this is very good practice on keeping my mindset where it needs to be and proving to myself that I can figure out the technical side, that I can figure out the slides, I can create the content, all of it. Then I can stay consistent, and I like all of the things that I can do. And that's what I'm really, really holding on to, is like how much easier it is than I thought it was going to be. I spent too much time worrying about it and building it up to be this big, huge project that I wasn't going to have time for or will never figure out. I'm actually doing it, and I'm doing it in a short time period. So one other thing that I wanted to touch on quick is my coach, Stacy Smith. If you don't follow her, you should. She talks a lot about innovating at the speed of action and not innovating at the speed of thought. So when you innovate at the speed of thought, you are mulling it over, you're thinking about it a lot, you're trying to figure out all the problems ahead of time and make everything perfect before you get started. Innovating is at the speed of action is having the thought that you're going to do it and doing it. Just start doing it. And that's kind of, you know what? I'm going to say in this situation, I was about half and half. At first, I was innovating at the speed of thought, being wishy-washy, not really sure. I don't know how to do it. I don't know when to start. I don't know this. When is people going to be able to be on? What day is the best? All of those things were just going through my head, making it impossible for me to get even started. And then the second half of the process, I was like, okay, really, I have to just do it. So that was me kind of practicing and innovating at the speed of action. So I'm just learning so much on this journey. I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much about business. I'm learning so much about technology. Facing my fears is one of the things that I'm doing this year. And so like all of this is fear-based. All of those thoughts, all of those reasons why it wouldn't work for me and I couldn't do it. That's all fear talking. Fear that no one's going to show up. Fear that I'm not good enough. Fear that I won't get it done on time. All of the things, just lots of fear. And I don't need to be afraid of everything. And even if I am scared, I can still do it. So just lots and lots of lessons. Okay, I have so much to talk about you. I have so much excitement. I think I could probably talk on here for hours today because I'm in such a good energy. But I really, really want to get some stuff done for the webinar while I'm kind of, kid-free, husband-free for an hour or two. So if you want to hear me on a podcast, I think it's going to be launching tomorrow. So it's called Moms, Minivans, and Mayhem. I'm going to put it down in the comments. I'm really excited about it. You guys are going to love Leah. She's amazing. And she's just been a big inspiration to me. In fact, we're in a group together, a group coaching together. And that's where I met her. And then she started the podcast, and I was kind of following her journey on the podcast, and she figured it all out by herself, and she does it all. She edits it and everything. She just researched all of it, and our coach had in one of her Facebook groups had asked us to post like who inspires us and stuff like that, and she was the one that I chose because she's just been such an inspiration to me lately, and just really being an example of what's possible and kind of allowing me to feel like this webinar is possible. So I just couldn't be more grateful for her. for having me on her podcast and for inspiring me to get it in gear and just start working on it, because that's all I need to do. So it's just been tons of fun. Okay, so check out her podcast. And also, if you are interested in the webinar, it's all on relationships. It's going to help you in any relationship you have, but specifically a difficult time you're having in a relationship, or just a difficult relationship. In fact, this is really going to help you deal with any difficult person you have to deal with. So it doesn't even have to be a relationship that's super important to you, but it might be like a coworker you just want to get along with and deal with because you got to spend time with them. So I just have really, really great information that I want to share, and it's completely free. So you should check it out. If you want to check it out, you can find it on my website, which is www.inspiredactions.com. And I will also post the link to that in the comments section. Now, coming up soon, and I don't know exactly which day yet, possibly Tuesday, I'm going to be interviewing Leah on my Facebook Live. So I'm really excited, and I will announce when and what time so you guys can tune in, because you guys are going to love her. She's a mother of triplets, 4-year-old triplets, and she has her own business. She's created her own podcast. I mean, this girl is amazing. You're going to want to listen to everything she has to say. And she's doing a group coaching programs for moms, and I'll let her tell you all the details about that. But how important is the work she's doing? It's so important. In fact, I read a couple of times somewhere, and I can't remember where it was, that if you want to change the world, start with moms. And she's doing that. She's changing the world, one mom at a time. And imagine what it would be like for your family if you were completely healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally, and if you were able to kind of fill up your own cup, because we give so much to everybody else, and we just give and we give and we give and we give and we give. We never fill up our own cup, and we can't keep giving if there's nothing to give. So in order for us to give more and better, we have to be able to kind of, come back to ourselves and find ways that work for us to kind of fill up our own cup. So, all right. I'm rambling because I'm excited, and I'm going to take my energy and really pour it into this webinar. I hope you guys come. I cannot wait to do this. This is something I've been waiting a long time to do, and I was not brave enough to do the work on relationships. I wanted to coach on relationships since I started, and I just talked myself out of it. So this is my time, and this has been a long time coming, you guys. I'm super excited. If you know anybody that could benefit from improvement in their relationships, please pass along the information so they can have a chance to decide if they want to be on the webinar or not. Now, if you can't make the webinar live and you still want to view it, sign up, because the only people that are going to be able to see the replay are people who are signed up for the webinar. Okay, sign up for the webinar if you want the replay and the bonus worksheet. Now, the worksheet I'm not giving away until after the webinar, because I think it's really important to hear the information first, because then you're going to be able to use that worksheet so much more effectively. And I've got really great super bonuses to offer at the end as well. So super excited. I just cannot believe how good it feels to really go and do the thing that's been pulling on my heart. And just listening to myself and just going after it. It's all coming together, because this is what I've been supposed to do, and I'm finally listening, and I'm bringing it to you. So, okay, share and like and comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to help me reach more people. That would be so super amazing, and I would be forever, ever, ever in love with you. All right, love you guys. Bye-bye.